history proves that once begun, the socialist welfare state is difficult to check before it comes to its full flower of dictatorship. But let us hope that this time around the trend can be reversed. 3 factors may make a difference. First, there is sufficient historical knowledge of the failures of socialism and of the past mistakes of previous civilizations. Secondly, there are modern means of rapid and effective communications to transmit these lessons of history to a large, literate population. And thirdly, there is a growing number of dedicated men and women who, at great personal sacrifice, are actively working to promote a wider understanding and appreciation of the American concept. The timely joining together of these 3 factors may make it possible for the trend to be reversed. We have abundance because America was built upon a firm foundation and created over many years from the bottom up. Other nations, impatient to acquire equal abundance, security, and prosperity, rush headlong into the final phase of construction without building adequate foundations or supporting pillars. Now, even in our country, there are those who think that because we now have great abundance and are able to enjoy the good things of life, we no longer need to acknowledge the source of our blessings and can afford to dispense with the foundations which have made them possible. They want to remove any recognition of God from governmental institutions and to expand the scope and reach of government. But this would undermine and erode our economic and personal freedoms, and the abundance which is ours, the carefree existence which we have come to accept as a matter of course, can be toppled by those foolish experimenters and power seekers. Freedom is fragile. It must be preserved if it is to be passed on to future generations. Every American who values his freedoms should become alert for signs of danger. Deadly realities that each of us should recognize and face today are: an alarming number of Americans are busily enjoying their freedom, but are indifferent and apathetic to the erosion of freedom. Their apathy is allowing America to be drawn toward the dictatorial federalism. The breakdown of law and order is occurring and increasing because the exercising of political expediency is crippling law enforcement agencies. Under the threat of pressure groups and constant propagandizement for change, America is condoning the behavior of a godless society. The question is, can Americans face up to and cope with such realities? The answer is in our hands. The stirring words of Patriot Thomas Paine helped so much to stir into flaming spirit the smoldering embers of patriotism during the days of the American Revolution. His immortal words should inspire Americans again. These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of his country. But he that stands it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman. Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered. Yet we have this consolation with us, that the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. What we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly. 'Tis dearness only that gives everything its value. Heaven knows how to put a proper price upon its goods. And it would be strange indeed if so celestial an article as freedom should not be highly rated. There is much work to be done. The time is short. Let us begin in earnest now, and may God bless our efforts.